Hello, this is Sharon Heller with Network in Action, and I'm here today with Lara Fordis from Fordis Consulting. Good morning, Lara.
Good morning, Sharon.
Great to be with you today. And let's start with you talking a little bit about market research and just to give the listener a little preview of who you are and the kind of work you do.
Sure. So I've been doing market research for over 20 years. And what market research is, people think of it as surveys and focus groups, but there are other methodologies that get at answering questions that business owners have and nonprofits and schools about their target audience and what messages resonate with them so that they can make informed decisions about product or service offerings or where to locate anything from a restaurant or a private school, so that they have peace of mind that they're not relying on gut feelings and hunches, but rather on data to drive their decision making.
Super important. And, one of the things I just discovered recently in talking to you is not only do you work with startups and Fortune 500 companies and all different sizes of businesses, you also do some work within the school system. So can you talk about that a little bit?
Sure. I've been working with charter schools actually for over 10 years now. And it started helping out a friend of mine whose school wanted to become a charter school. And we needed data to present to the authorizers, in the case of charter schools, to make a case for why this school should become a charter school. And I'm thrilled to say that we did the report and they got their charter school, they got to become a charter school. And then charter schools have to go up for recertification every once in a while. And especially if you're in a low performing charter school, and by low performing, not by virtue of the fact that the school isn't adequate, but if you've got a high homeless child population, you've got a high immigrant population, high poverty population, which this school did, they have to come up for they have to explain themselves a lot more often.
Okay.
And so I would do market research to give context to offer a case for why the school is actually performing and serving the community better than the pure indications of test scores and grades, because they were up against a lot of challenges. And out of that, my work was shown to the California Charter School Association, and I got to see some of the other reports that charter schools put out, SurveyMonkey, so forth. And I can see why they really liked mine, because I take my Fortune 500 background and, superimpose it on how I look at charter schools, or anything else for that matter. And so out of that, I've gone to national charter school conferences, a lot in California charter school conferences, worked for charter school management organizations. And what I specialize in now for charter schools is when they're looking to expand, I do location-based surveys. So let's say you've got a great concept, your charter school is about arts and growth mindset and entrepreneurship, sort of very, interesting thematic values. I go into where a charter school is thinking of expanding. So let's say they're looking at 3 different locations, and I'll do zip code based surveys with those prospective parents to understand which of those offerings is going to resonate most with them. Because just like with startups, a lot of times charter schools have the best of intentions, and they see, oh, this is an underserved community and they need a charter school, and we're going to go in and we're going to change the world, which is great. Very idealistic. I'm idealistic too, but I'm also pragmatic. And sometimes where you're putting your charter school, just because there isn't one there doesn't mean that the parents are going to want their kids to go there. So especially in some communities that have high poverty, high immigrant population, that growth mindset is wonderful, but a lot of times they prefer a more, academic, college prep, uniforms, discipline that might be incongruous with what you have to offer as a charter school. So I help charter schools match their values and offerings with the right neighborhoods so that they don't invest millions to go into someplace only to discover that the parents are going to want to enroll there because it's not consistent with what they want or their value system. And, conversely, there are college prep schools that don't have significant differentiators, and they may go into some place and it may not be a good fit for them. So it may be, an investment of $3,500, $5,000, not a lot of money, but it could save several hundreds of thousands of dollars and a lot of stress for going in someplace and either not getting authorized, or worse yet, going in someplace and not getting the parent enrollment to sustain the school. And I've seen that happen several times, and it's really painful.
Yeah, we know how essential that is, to a charter school's success. So,
yeah, helping understand what's going to make parents want to enroll their kids and be a good fit for them. Because just like you're selling a product or service, education and alternatives to education like charter schools is essentially that as well. So understanding what's going to motivate them to want to give up the status quo and put their kid in an unknown, like a new charter school or an existing charter school, requires a lot of insights.
I'm so glad that I discovered that you work in this niche as well, Lara. And I hope some educators, leadership educators out there get to watch this video and maybe it sparks something for them. So if they want to reach out to you, what's the best way for them to do that?
Well, they can find me on LinkedIn at, Lara Fordis on LinkedIn. I'm the only one there. Or they can email me at lara@fordisconsulting.com. Always happy to talk to them and figure out what it is, what's their end goal, and work backwards to figure out what's it going to take to get to that end goal in the most cost-effective and expeditious fashion. And always happy to talk to people.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Yeah, take care. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.